This video will show how the PPC4000 parallel positioning system interfaces with the BurnerLogix Y flame safeguard. First thing I'm going to do is turn the burner control switch on the touchscreen for the PPC4000. That will close the limit string to the BurnerLogix. The BurnerLogix will send a signal to the PPC4000 to begin its sequence. First thing it will do is send a command for the servos to go to the PURGE position. So the PPC4000 will drive to the commissioned PURGE position and then send a signal back to the BurnerLogix that the high fire position has been reached. So they call that the high fire M to D limit. So when the high fire position is reached, the M to D limit will be closed and the purge will occur for the amount of purge time specified, in this case 30 seconds. So we're going to have a 30-second high fire or a 30-second open damper purge. So now that purge is complete, the signal is sent to the PPC4000 to move to the ignition position. So the servos are driving to the ignition position. When they reach that position, they will send a signal back to the BurnerLogix that that position has been reached. This is also known as the low fire switch. When that signal is received, ignition will begin on the BurnerLogix. When ignition begins, then we enter the PTFI period. We have a flame signal right now. After PTFI, we will go to MTFI. During both PTFI and MTFI, the PPC4000 will remain at the ignition position. In fact, it will remain there until it receives the release to modulation signal. That will occur when the BurnerLogix goes into auto. So now that the BurnerLogix is in auto, the PPC4000 is also in auto and free to modulate. Modulation rate is derived from the PID control, so I will move the PCV value around so that the modulation rate will change. You can see that the servos will move. We also have a low fire hold option, so I'll hit that push button on the touchscreen. That will just drive the servos directly to low fire. We also have a manual modulation push button, so I'll hit that next. This allows me to use the arrows to choose the modulation rate that I want. So the last thing I'll do is I'll turn the burner control switch off. Before it sends a signal to the BurnerLogix to shut down, it will make sure that it was at low fire. Since we were already at low fire, it immediately sent the shutdown signal. This is known as assured low fire cutoff. So now we're ready to begin the next cycle when the call for heat resumes. Thank you for watching.